Hello, friends. All right, so I'll go ahead and get started. I'm going to put my shopping link right here. So this is where you can find all of the makeup and the tools and everything I'm going to be sharing about. Let me pin that there. All right, I'm going to pin up my hair and then we'll get started. But when you pop on, say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. If you're new to my channel, my Facebook page, go ahead and hashtag newbie in the comments so I can welcome you. And then if you guys have any questions, feel free to either message me here on Facebook or comment them in the comments. I always go through my comments afterwards to make sure that every question was answered. And then you can always comment keywords for me to message you, such as color match for a recommendation on what makeup color you are, skincare if you want a skincare recommendation, or if you want hair recommendation, comment what type of hair you have, oily hair, need hair recommendation, comment that. So anything under the sun, I am so happy to help you guys with. So today's makeup look, we're going to do kind of a full coverage look, but we're going to specify in getting, so this makeup look is for those who have combination skin, dry skin, mature skin, and love full coverage. Or if you're just trying to find a makeup look, like if you are kind of spinning your wheels. Thanks, Em. I just saw your text. If you're spinning your wheels as far as makeup goes, like you're not sure, you're just, no matter what you use, it's just, you're not getting that coverage that you want. You're not getting that flawless look you desire. This recommendation will be for you. So I'm really excited, and it's kind of funny too because this recommendation actually was like invented from my mom, who is in her late 50s. She came over to my house one day shortly after I had started working with Unique, and she looked so flawless, and I was like, what do you have on? What makeup do you have on? She's like, the makeup you gave me. I'm wearing both of the foundations. I'm like, you're wearing both? And she was like, yeah, the liquid was a little too liquidy. The BB floss was a little too thick. So I mixed them together, and I was like blown away. I'm like, you're a genius. And she's not like experienced with makeup. So it was really just kind of like her gut instinct to do that. And I'm telling you, it's the best coverage ever. And we'll go deeper into that. Yay, awesome. Core 7. Ooh, I love it. All right, so for today's look, we're going to use the BB Floss Complexion Enhancer in the shade Bisque. So you want to make sure to kind of shake that up really well. Just like any makeup really, especially mineral based, you definitely want to shake things up because as they sit, they have a tendency to separate. It's totally normal, just like you would shake up your orange juice to really mix up all that good stuff. Same with your foundation. So we're going to start with the BB Floss. I'm like almost out, so I'm hoping, okay, good. We're going to squeeze that right on top. So as you see, it's kind of a thicker consistency. So the BB Floss, let's talk a little bit about this. The BB Floss is a tinted moisturizer, basically. It has a natural SPF in it. It has a very light to medium coverage, very buildable, but very light. And like I said, it's almost like a tinted moisturizer, so you're going to get that very dewy, hydrated look from this. So if you love that really soft coverage, you'll love it. And then we're going to use our Liquid Touch Foundation in the shade Lace, and we're going to squeeze about a drop or two of that on top, just like that. So once we have those two on top of one another, now we're going to take the powder concealer brush, which again is from Unique. All of these products are, and we're going to dab this around our skin just like that. Once you have it kind of sectioned off, now we're going to take the the powder concealer brush, and we're going to very gently, because we don't want to splatter anything, around our face. Now, check out this incredible, beautiful, hydrating, natural SPF, incredible coverage, you guys. It is hands down my favorite. This is going to cover whatever you got going on, whether it be sunspots, acne scars, dark circles, you name it. We're going to blend this down our neck. So again, I'm using the shade Bisque in the BB Flawless and the shade Lace in the Liquid Touch Foundation. We mix both of those together on top of our powder concealer brush, which again, all three things are from Unique. Down here, pinned in the comments, if you need to be color matched for this amazing foundation combination, comment color match in the comments and I will private message you. All I need is a selfie facing a window for you to get the perfect recommendation, and boom, there it is. Check out that amazing coverage. Is this not the best? It is flawless. It is soft. It doesn't feel like you have a ton on. Yes, Deanna, my code is Rhea15. If you're pale, we have colors for that too. All right, so now that you have that like majority on there, I'm going to put my Baby Flawless away. It's all you need of that. And I'm going to use just a little bit more of my Liquid Touch foundation in the shade Lace. And I'm just going to drop one little drop on top of there and tap this around my face. And then now I'm going to take my damp blending buds, again, all from Unique, and we're going to work this in all over our skin. And now this is going to be so important for getting that really, really flawless, smooth coverage, especially if you have large pores, especially if you have a lot of fine lines and wrinkles. This is going to be must do, must have product for you are the blending buds. These are going to compress the makeup down into place and really smooth it out everywhere. So you don't have any streaks or fine lines or large pores poking through. They are damp, so you want to wring them underneath the water. And then like I always say, if you're using blending buds and you're like, I'm not getting the same result, I always ask you guys, are you using these ones? Because these are made from like a different material than your everyday beauty blender. They're almost made of like a wetsuit material, so they almost feel a little bit more dense than you're probably used to. Give them a shot, because once you break them in, they're just like a new pair of shoes. At first you're like, ooh, I don't know, but then you wear them and you give them a few days, they form to your feet, they form to your face. So again, Liquid Touch foundation in the shade Lace mixed with the BB Flawless in the shade Bisque gave us this incredible, super hydrating combination of dewy and matte coverage. So like I said, this is perfect if you're combination skin, because the BB Flawless is moisturizing, so great for dry skin. And this is going to be more of a matte finish, so perfect for normal to oily skin. So the combination of both is the best. Okay, so now we're really going to fine tune this makeup look and use the Skin Solution Concealer in the shade Organza. With this concealer, less is more. It's amazing coverage. It has caffeine in it. It was actually just featured in Better Homes and Gardens, which is so cool. So it was an article about dark circles and what to use for dark circles with puffy under eyes, and they named this concealer the concealer to use for those things. Better Home and Gardens, the amazing, crazy, popular magazine. So that was really cool to read. And the reason why they named it the best concealer to use for puffy under eyes and dark circles is because it has caffeine infused in it. So it's going to give you a really wonderful firming effect to your under eye. It also gives you the most amazing full coverage brightening look on your under eye. So it's going to really elevate that area on your under eyes to really give it that pop, that youthful appearance. So the best. So again, that was a Skin Solution Concealer in the shade Organza, and everything I'm using is all available down here, pinned in the comments, RheaHopeBeauty.com, and then everything has a love it guarantee. So say you don't love anything for any reason, you can always return it for your money back. And if you need to be color matched for any of the makeup I'm using, comment color match in the comments. What do you recommend for oily skin? Because even after washing my face, it gets so oily around my nose and my forehead. Claire, I have oily skin as well, and I love this routine. The BB Flawless, although it's moisturizing, doesn't provide so much moisture that it makes my skin oily. Also, you're going to want to do this step right here. So this, for you, for oily skin ladies, is the Touch Behold Setting Powder. The Touch Behold Setting Powder is hands down the best for oily skin, because it's going to absorb that oil and draw it out. So you're going to take a dry beauty blender. We're going to spritz it with our setting spray. And then I see some comments saying you're from London, which is so cool, and then asking if we ship overseas, and the answer to that is yes. We actually have warehouses all over the world, so it actually doesn't even ship from the US. It ships from your country, which is so cool. And you can shop my website, RheaHopeBeauty.com, even if you don't live in the US. All you have to do is change the American flag at the very bottom of the website to your country's flag. That will not only change it into your language, but also your currency. So I think that's really cool. They can still utilize my help. So again, that was the Touch Behold Translucent Setting Powder all over. And we just pop that everywhere to absorb any of that oil that we may have come and push against our makeup. What would be good for acne breakouts? I'm 9 months postpartum. Just had the last couple months. My skin is horrible. Oh, girl, I feel you. That's always the toughest time for our skin when those hormones are like highs and lows and being crazy. For acne-prone skin, I would highly recommend to really up the ante on your skincare. So face masks are going to be like your best friend. But this makeup is all really great for acne prone skin because it has ingredients in it that actually prevent it from clogging your pores, which is why you get acne. So any of the makeup you'd be safe to use, especially if you're breastfeeding or postpartum or pregnant or anything like that. It's all super amazing. Why did baking make the highlighting stick go cakey? So you could be using too much, or you could need a little bit more moisture. So that's why I always say at the end to spray with the setting spray will add moisture into that product. So I haven't announced what's back in stock yet, but I will, since you guys are asking. The Hottie Lip Plumper is officially back in stock, and I've heard that the stock is really large, so it shouldn't sell out right away. So if you have been dying for the Hottie Lip Plumper, definitely make sure you grab it. I'm going to use it today, and I'm going to share with you guys why it's so amazing. So I'm going to use my pressed powder in the shade Satin now to set everywhere, and this is going to give us that super soft porcelain doll finish. So this pressed powder is hands down my favorite, including the color. It's very, very, very neutral, but the pressed powder, the Mineral Touch pressed powder, is so silky soft. It's not drying, it's not cakey, it's not like heavy at all. It doesn't suffocate your skin. It simply evens out the coverage of your makeup and just provides the softest, most beautiful finish of your makeup. Message me and I give you the link to that powder brush. But cannot recommend enough. So the whole makeup line I'm using is all available right here, RheaHopeBeauty.com, and then everything has a Love It guarantee as well. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and use my pressed powder, but this is going to be similar to the shade Voile. And we're going to take the tapered blusher brush, not a, but the tapered blusher brush. And I'm going to swipe this down from the top of my ear towards the corner of my mouth. And once I start to see a line form, I'm going to turn my brush and swirl over that area. Now this is going to kind of soften up that line so we don't have like a straight up contour line on our skin. And then I'm going to go from the temples of my forehead and kind of mark that area. Once it's marked, I'm going to go around like this, circular around here. And this is going to begin to warm up the complexion. Yes, the pressed powder is extremely good for dry skin because it's not drying and it's not heavy. What is the lightest coverage foundation? I don't want anything heavy. Trish, message me a selfie facing a window and I can give you a full recommendation. But if you're talking light as in not like a full coverage look, the BB Flawless would be the lightest option. Message me and I give you the link to the powder brush. Okay, and it's also wrote right here in the comments. Okay, so now that we have our contour here, contoured forehead, now again, I want to show you guys the difference between no contour and contour. Click the little thumbs up emoji or the heart emoji if you guys see the difference. See how it really warms up my complexion, makes my under eye look tighter, brighter, more youthful. Really does a lot without overpowering or making it look like you have, like, if you're like trying too hard. You know what I mean? When I was talking about contouring with my mom, she was like, I'm over 50. I don't want to contour. I don't want to look like I'm trying to look younger. But once I taught her how to contour, she was like, oh my gosh, I don't feel like I'm trying too hard. It really does complement my under eyes. It complements my cheek structure. It really kind of brings the whole makeup look together. And that is the point. It's not to make you try to look like you're younger or try to make you look like you're trying super hard, but it simply just warms up your complexion. It doesn't wash you out from wearing foundation. Can you message me the names of everything you're using? Yes, actually, I've already done so, and it's right here. You can find the full product list right there in the comments that I just gave you. Aw, thank you guys. You're so sweet. Okay, so now, Julie, you can message me about the spray foundation. I'm not sure what the issue is you're having. Oh, I'm so glad, Missy. I'm so glad the color match is perfect. All right, so you can always really fine tune this to darken it up if you want something a little bit more bolder, which I love a good bold contour. Yes, it does not matter your age, whether you're 64 or 50 or 30, 20, does not matter. This makeup will look phenomenal on you. Now, if you're not sure what to use, just private message me a selfie facing a window and I can give you a full recommendation. Okay, so now that we have that full makeup look on, that contour, now I'm going to add a really pretty blush. Actually, I want to keep that out. And we're going to take the shade Seductive on top of this setting powder brush, which hopefully will be launched next month. And I'm going to tap this onto the apple of my cheek, working up to the hairline. Now, if you want a blush, it's very soft and subtle. There's no shimmer, there's no shine, there's nothing to it. It's a matte blush. This is going to be the blush for you because it's matte. It's very soft. It's more of a dusty rose. And it's just so, like I said, soft on the skin. If you're scared to contour, you have to get this brush. This brush does everything for you. It's a perfect amount of tapered. It's amazing. So this is called the Tapered Blusher Brush, and it's down here pinned in the comments, RheaHopeBeauty.com. All right, so there we go. We have the blush on. And then I'm going to top it off with a highlight. So I'm going to use the Touch of Mode Luminizer in the shade Pearly, which is just a fancy word for highlight. And we're going to pop this on the highest parts of our cheekbone, Cupid's bow. You can really go hog wild with this. You can't overuse a highlight. It just makes you look so dewy and so glowy. It's really, really pretty. If you've ever been feeling like your makeup's been feeling very dull or just boring, this is a really great product to implement without breaking the bank, which again, it's the Touch of Mode Luminizer, and it's the shade Pearly, and it's very soft and very pretty. That's the brush using. Yes, I love that brush. All right, so our face is done. Now we're gonna go ahead and move on to our eyes. And my coffee, I always get kind of like a caramel macchiato type coffee. That one's from Coffee Bean, I believe. And it's called, I think that's what I got, just like a caramel coffee. You'd love to see me do Ash's makeup? All right. Where do we put the code RHEA15? That is for the sunglasses or fancy. There's no code needed on Younique's website. They're actually, you don't need a code to get the free goodies, which if you're unfamiliar, right now we're actually running a special that if you spend $75, you get the Twisted Mascara that I'm going to use for free. And if you spend $125, you get free shipping, the free mascara, plus a liquid eyeshadow in the shade Reverent. And then if you spend $175, you get free shipping, the mascara, the eyeshadow, and the liquid lipstick in Successful. So you get a ton of product for free. And again, if you need to be color matched, or if you have any if you need any recommendations, just comment color match in the comments or private message me here on Facebook. And if you're not sure how to private message me, tap on my face, a little description window will pop down, and you can click on my name. Once you click on my name, it will take you to my Facebook page here on Facebook, and you can see the option to message me there. And if you haven't done so yet, make sure that you click that follow button and the thumbs up button on my page, Rhea Hope, and you're also following me on Instagram, which my name there is Rhea Hope also. All right, so with our brows, we are kind of trying to grow them out a little bit because I recently got them waxed from someone new and they kind of botched them. So I'm trying to grow them out a little bit just to get that shape back, so ignore my bushy brows. But what we're doing is we are just following the natural shape and direction of our eyebrows and coloring them in. But this is my favorite brow product. This is the brow pencil in the shade Medium. And it is hands down my favorite pencil for doing my brows because it has a retractable tip, so you never have to worry about sharpening it. It's very light, so you don't have to worry about it looking too bushy. It's amazing. Hands down my favorite product for doing my brows. All right, good enough. Yes, I have a full tutorial using all of the same products on my mom. So if you guys have... or if you guys haven't seen that one, make sure to go to my page, Rhea Hope, and you can watch it on the replay. All right, so now for eyeliner, I'm going to take the Precision eyeliner pencil in the shade Perfect and pop this on my waterlines. And I tend to only do the outside corner with this because I feel like if you go too inward, it just kind of makes your eyes look smaller versus smoky, which we want that smoky look, not so much like the smaller eye look. To message me, you can click on my name and then the window will pop down and you can private message me that way. Yeah, you could do that too. All right, so for eyes. So in my little description of this tutorial, I talked about how to make your products go the furthest. So for this look, we're actually not going to use any eyeshadow. We're going to use products we've already used. So the first thing we're going to do is wipe off whatever is on there from yesterday. And we're going to take the contour color that we used, which again would be similar to the shade Voile. We're going to take the fluffy crease brush, tap it in there, swirl in the mirror always, and then we're going to pop this into the crease of our eye. And this will just kind of create a little bit of depth to our eye instead of going in with an eyeshadow. Which again, like I always talk to you guys about why I love contouring with the pressed powder. Pressed powder is made to blend. It's made to like just be super soft on your skin. So I love using this for contour and eyeshadow because it's just easy. And I'm all about easy. So we're going to take the shade similar to Voile and pop this into the crease of our eye. Once we kind of have that depth there, once I'm starting to see that, I'm going to grab the liner side and just drag this underneath the lower lash line just to give it more of that cohesive finished look. It's going to be pretty light, but it's okay. Okay, same side. So now that we have that on, now I'm going to take my blush in the shade Seductive, and this for hooded eyes would be a great eye look. And we're going to take the flat side, which would be similar to the deluxe brush, on top of that, and I'm going to pop this on to my eyelid. And it's just going to be a super soft, easy eye look. That products that you already have, that you already are wearing. So if you're balling on the budget, it's a really easy and fun eye look to put together. Just really soft, really pretty, very easy. Just like that. Same thing on the other side. So again, this is the pressed blush in the shade Seductive, which is just a matte blush. And we're using what's similar to the deluxe brush, which is back in stock. Do you ever do gray, black eyes? Yes, I actually did a black smoky eye look. What was it, last week? If you want to see different makeup looks, you can always go to my looks tab and scroll through the selfies there, because I have every look linked with the tutorial to it, including the product list on my looks tab. And I've been doing this for 5 years now, so I have pretty much any and every eye look that you could possibly imagine on there. I have orange, I have red. One color I actually have never done is green, but I'm not like a big fan of like the crazy eye colors. I like stuff that's more like doable and recreatable at home. I don't know very many people that love like the great big green eyeshadow that would, you know, rock that to work. But if that's you, that's totally okay too. All right, so now that our eyes are pretty much done, now I'm going to use my setting spray and spray all over, and this is really going to add moisture into our foundation, which is going to help it to expand and look much more natural and soft. I saw someone's question earlier that said when I use a setting powder I look kind of powdery or cakey, and the reason for that is you definitely need to add a moisture into it, whether that be the refreshing rose water if you're dry, and then follow up with the setting spray. I would make sure each one dries individually, however. So that's an option too. And then also making sure that you exfoliate. I exfoliate my skin probably 2 to 3 times every week using the exfoliating face mask that's underneath skincare on my website. And that is really going to make a huge difference in how your makeup looks. You're so sweet. Thank you, Becky. Okay, so now that we have our setting spray pretty much all dried, and the reason that I do that before my mascara is because I don't like my mascara feeling or being more wet after I'm done. It just causes transferring. So we're going to go in first with the lash primer and go from the base of the lash all the way up with this. And then once we have our lash primer on, now we're going to go in with the twisted mascara. You want to grab the silver portion and twist for the bigger brush. And now this bigger brush is amazing for getting that really wonderful length and separation because it has really tiny intentional bristles. Also, this mascara has argan oil, keratin, and biotin infused in it, so it actually is helping your lashes grow while you're wearing it. And like I had said before, you can actually get this mascara for free this month with any order of $75. So I'm going to go from the base of the lash all the way up. Just like so. Okay. Once you have that like base coat on, now we're going to go in with so now you're going to hold the silver portion and twist the top to get the little wand. My ring and my necklaces are both from Amy Waltz, and you could use my code RheaLove. I believe it's RheaLove20 now. Is my RheaLove15 for that. All right, so now for this teeny tiny little wand, this is honestly the best wand for getting those hard to reach lashes and like the tiny lashes on the bottom. And another thing that I love, sorry, my nose itches. Another thing that I love about this mascara is there's no fibers infused in it, so it doesn't flake or anything like that, and it's great for sensitive eyes. And it's really, really dang smudge resistant. It's not going to be waterproof, so you don't need like some crazy wipe or anything to remove it. But it does not smear or smudge. It's amazing. All right, so that was a twisted mascara, and I am actually going to top it with my 4D mascara, which does have the fibers infused in it, but this is going to give you like all the lash, you guys. The Shazam. Look at that. See the difference? So if you love dramatic lashes, I love this combination. Ba-ba-boom. All right, so now I'm super excited for this part. I'm going to line my lips first with this Marc Jacobs lip liner, if I can get the cap off. Okay. It's always so important to make sure you're lining your lips before you do your lipstick because it's really going to help to keep your lipstick in place so it doesn't bleed or anything like that. And then how I've gotten my lashes to grow so long is one, the twisted mascara, like I said, has argan oil, keratin, and biotin infused in it, which really helps. And then also the Esteem Lash Serum. It's underneath lashes on my website, and it is the best for making your lashes grow. Okay, so now we're going to go in with the lipstick in the shade Easy Street. All right, now I'm so excited for this. So the Hottie Lip Plumper, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about this first. So Hottie Lip Plumper actually came to be about 2 years ago, almost. They brought this to be like a limited edition item. It was only supposed to come for a second, like I think it was part of a Black Friday bundle or something like that. It came, it sold out within seconds. It took forever to come back in stock. Now Younique was like, we're not restocking it. It's a limited edition item. So many people wrote them and almost had an uproar that Younique was like, okay, we'll bring it back. The formula is amazing. The results are incredible. If you've never used a lip plumper before, it has peppermint oil in it. So it's going to draw the blood to the surface of your lips. It helps to plump them. You can wear it on top of lipstick. You can wear it before lipstick. You can wear it by itself. You can apply it a few times a day. It will give you long-lasting effects the more you use it. But if you want to use it just as a lip gloss like I'm doing, you can too. It does have a tingling effect, yes, but it doesn't burn or hurt. I've used lip plumpers in the past where I was like, oh my God, get this off. Like it hurt. This does not do that. It doesn't have any ingredients in it that are dangerous or unsafe. Like I said, the peppermint oil is going to be the tingling effect, if you've ever tried that. My only like warning, I guess, would be don't kiss your kids because, or like on the cheek or anything, because it'll tingle on their face. Again, not dangerous at all, but it will give you that tingle effect. So we're going to take the Hottie Lip Plumper. It's a clear, almost like a pinky clear gloss, and pop that right on top. Now it takes probably like a few minutes to see the amazing results. And when you put it on, it doesn't tingle right away. It slowly builds. And again, it doesn't tingle to the effect that you want it off right away. It does not burn. It doesn't have anything like that. And if you're sensitive to the tingling effect or anything, if you're like, Rhea, I am so sensitive to that stuff, put it on top of a lipstick, because it kind of has a buffer in between. So you're not going to have as intense of a tingle compared to, if you were on your bare lips. Yes. Yeah, I always upload my tutorials to YouTube for sure. So, and I also gave you guys the link to my, on my Instagram as well. And my Facebook page is actually set to public. So even if you aren't on Facebook, you can still access it. All right, so that was the whole makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Like I said, grab Hottie Lip Plumper before it sells out again. They have not been able to keep this in stock for longer than a few minutes for years. So I cannot stress enough how important this is to grab it ASAP if you've been wanting it. But we have been ensured that they have a huge stock, but we've seen it sell out again. So make sure to grab this right here, RheaHopeBeauty.com. If you don't love it, you can always return it for your money back. Comment color match in the comments if you guys have any questions or need any personalized help. I'm so happy to help you guys. I love you all. I'll see you soon. Bye.